Asriani from Group 1 and welcome to my presentation today. Today, I'd like to talk to you about looking at the word psychology from ancient to modern meanings. My talk is divided into 5 parts. I will begin with the word of psychology. Before I start, does anyone know about the definition of psychology? Psychology has several different meanings from ancient to modern times. Psychology is the science that studies the behavior of organisms. 3 words of special attention are: first, science; second, behavior; third, organism. Science. Modern psychology considered a science because it bases its conclusion on data, information obtained by systematic observation. Behavior pertains to observable activities and factual events in the external world. Behavior has 3 aspects: cognitive processes, emotional states, and action. Cognitive processes refer to what an individual thinks. Emotional states refer to what an individual feels. Emotions play a key role in the development of consciousness. Action refers to what an individual does. Third, organism. A living organism refers to any individual entity that exhibits the characteristic of life, include both human beings and animals. Right, let's move on to next topic presenting by Sheila.
Okay, thank you, Asriani. First of all, my name is Sheila, and now I'm gonna present to you the use of animals in psychology to understand human behavior. Okay, so an organism, which is the subject of psychology, is any living creature in this world. Consequently, the behavior of dogs, rats, pigeons, and monkeys can be legitimately included in the study of psychology. Therefore, the result from a research with rats may yield a more comprehensive understanding of the relationship between brain and behavior of the metacognition. So, animals are often used in experiments, and the implicit goal is often to explore how such basic processes as learning and motivation, as studied in animals, can cast a light on our understanding about human behavior. However, according to Gray, there are 4 reasons why psychological tests on animals are deemed undesirable, which is 1. They do not contribute to medical knowledge, and 2. Animal psychologists' goals, techniques, findings are not well understood. And then 3. Psychologists themselves have been infiltrated by liberationists. And then 4. The charge of many experiments are scientifically worthless. They're done purely to gain academic values and are irrelevant and inaccurate. So, according to American Psychological Association, there is about 7% to 8% of psychological research that use animals as subject, while the other 92% to 93% use humans for their experiments. Despite the fact that bats and birds make up until 90% of the animals used in psychological research, there are significant distinctions between humans, rodents, and birds. Perhaps animals are not good models for humans for the same reason that humans are not good models for animals. That is because of the species variation. Okay, that's all presentation from me. And now I will pass you over to Irene with the topic of the origin of psychology as a philosophical concept.
My name is Irene and today I'm here to talk to you about the origin of psychology as a philosophical concept. After knowing the definition of psychology, it is important to realize that the word psychology has its roots in ancient meanings associated with philosophy. The ancient Greek philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle significantly contributed to the understanding of psychology as the study of the soul. The first is Socrates. Among the first to apply philosophy to inquire into the nature of the mind was the ancient Greek called Socrates. Highlighted how crucial he thought self-awareness and moral behavior were to comprehending the soul. His belief that the unexamined life is not worth living emphasized how important self-awareness is to leading a moral life. The second is Plato. Plato was on Socrates' concept of an active psyche or soul that drives our thoughts and actions. Thus, psyche is much more like mind in the modern sense than life force of the Greek tradition. Plato divides the soul into three parts. The first, an appetitive part that consists of our drive, like food, drink, and sex. And the second is emotional part that contains our passion. And the third, a rational part, seeks truth and should rule over the other two parts. The last is Aristotle. He defined the soul as the essence of living beings and categorized it into three types: vegetative or plants, sensitive or animals, and rational or humans. Aristotle emphasized that the rational soul is responsible for thought and consciousness, making it unique to humans. His empirical approach laid foundational ideas for psychology as a discipline focused on understanding mental processes. Right, let's move on to the next topic is the evolution of psychology from the study of the soul to the modern science, presenting by Asriani Kurnia.
Hi everyone, I'm Rehan from Group 1 and today I'd like to talk to you about the evolution of psychology from study of the soul to modern science. Although psychology is no longer thought of as study of the soul, this original meaning colors our present-day approach, with its emphasis on human behavior and the importance of cognition. Contemporary scientific psychology has four explicit goals: describe, explain, predict, and control behavior. Although modern psychology is no longer considered the study of the soul, the historical foundation continues to influence our present-day understanding. This approach emphasizes that modern psychology is now directed more toward the objective and scientific understanding of human behavior rather than its spiritual aspect. Modern psychology has four goals: describe, explain, predict, and control human behavior. First is describe. Description in psychology refers to the objective observation and recording the behavior. Second is explain. Explanation seeks to uncover the causes behind psychological phenomena, often using theories or models. And third is predict. Prediction involves the ability to anticipate how someone will behave in the future based on observed patterns. The final is control human behavior. Control is the goal that relates to influencing behavior, whether to modify or manage situation to achieve desired outcomes. The study of behavior often involves observing a person's actions, while cognitive studies focus on how individuals process information and make decisions. Now, I will hand over to Septia that will explain the conclusion.
Thank you for Rehan. And first of all, my name is Septia and I'm responsible about the first part of constitution from the presentations. The word psychology has several meanings from the ancient to modern. Psychology is a science dedicated to studying the behavior of organisms. With a focus on the three words, the meaning is science, behaviors, and organisms. As a science, psychology relies on systematic observations to draw the conclusions. Even though it is often considered a sub-science compared to the hard science, like physics and chemistry. Behavior refers to observable activities and has three aspects. Number 1 is cognitive process, number 2 is emotional states, and number 3 is actions. All of which contribute to our understanding of human and animal behaviors. Cognitive process involve mental activities like memory and problem solving. Emotional states refer to what an individual feels and the role in consciousness, and action refer to what an individual does or reflects intentional behaviors. Lastly, organisms, whether human or animals, are the central subjects of psychological study as it. Right, let's move on to other points constitutions to practice.
Thank you, Septia. First of all, my name is Rafil and I am responsible from the second part of conclusion. Psychology is originated from the Greek word psyche, soul, and logo study. Initially defined as the study of the soul. Greek philosophers such as Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. The first one is Socrates. Socrates emphasized self-awareness and moral reasoning. The second two is Plato. Plato introduced a three-part model of the soul, divided into appetitive, rational, and rational part. The third is Plato. Plato categorized soul into vegetative, sensitive, and rational types. Modern psychology evolved into a scientific discipline with four goals to describe, explain, predict, and control behavior. This objective involves observing and theorizing about behavior, forecasting future action, and applying this knowledge in therapeutic or practical setting. It integrates behavior and cognition, including thought and memory, to understand human complexity comprehensively. Transitioning from its philosophical origins, psychology now emphasizes empirical approach while remaining grounded in its historical roots. Thank you for watching our presentation that all our group topic presentation about looking of what psychology. It was a pleasure being here today. Well, that it does. Thank you very much.